In the 1980s, a biochemist at the University of Minnesota collected human tears in his laboratory. Tears from people peeling onions and tears from people watching sad films. He ran them through chemical analysis. What he found should have been impossible. The two kinds of tears were not the same. Your sad tears contain substances that your reflex tears simply don't. Specific proteins, specific hormones, and specific endorphins. When you cry from emotion, your body releases, through your eyes, a unique biochemical signature of what you are actually feeling. Think about what that implies for a moment. Your tears are not just water, they are chemical documents. Each one carries the exact molecular fingerprint of the grief, the love, the agony, or the joy that produced it. And 3,000 years before any microscope existed, a man hiding in a cave wrote a prayer to God that has been called poetry for centuries. He asked God to keep his tears in a bottle. We thought he was being beautiful, he was being precise. Take a breath. Open your mind. Because today, we are going to decode something the Bible understood about your body, long before your body could be measured. The biochemist's name was William Frey. In the early 1980s, he became obsessed with a question almost no one had asked. Why do humans cry from emotion at all? Every other tear-producing animal on Earth, dogs, cats, elephants, cries only to lubricate the eye. They are reflex tears, protective tears, a purely mechanical function. But humans cry from joy, from grief, from awe, and from love. We are the exact only species that does this. Frey wanted to know if there was a chemical reason. So he collected the tears. The results were unambiguous. Emotional tears contain 3 substances that reflex tears do not. Prolactin, a hormone of emotional bonding. Adrenocorticotropic hormone, produced during high stress as the body's signal to manage cortisol. And leucine and enkephalin, an endorphin, a natural pain reliever, and one of the body's own compounds for soothing distress. Think about what that actually means. When you cry from sadness, your body is releasing the chemistry of pain relief. When you cry from love, it's releasing the chemistry of bonding. And when you cry from being overwhelmed, it is releasing the chemistry of stress regulation. Your tears are not just expressions of emotion, they are biological mechanisms processing that exact emotion right through your eyes. In 2018, researcher Asmir Grakhyanin at the University of Rijeka confirmed and extended this finding. Emotional tears regulate the nervous system, they lower blood pressure, and they activate the parasympathetic system, the part of you that calms down. When you cry, you're not breaking down, you are healing. And every tear is unique. The proteins, the hormones, and the trace compounds, they vary based on exactly what triggered them. A tear of grief is chemically different from a tear of joy. A tear shed for someone you love contains markers that a tear of frustration simply does not. Your tears are not interchangeable, they are specific. They are you, in molecular form, leaving your body so that the rest of you can survive the moment. Now turn to Psalm 56. David is hiding from King Saul in a cave. He has been hunted, betrayed, and abandoned by everyone he trusted. He is alone with his fear, and he writes something strange. Put my tears in your bottle. In the original Hebrew, the word is node, a leather flask, a wineskin, or a small portable container that travelers carried with them. David is asking God, quite literally, to take his tears, place them in a flask, and keep them. For 3,000 years, every translator, theologian, and reader has called this poetry, a beautiful image of God caring about our suffering. But notice what David is actually requesting. He does not say, "Remember my pain," and he does not say, see that I am crying. He says, collect what I am producing right now. Save it. Keep it. He is asking God to preserve the chemical record of his suffering. Read that through what Frey and Graxanin discovered. Each of David's tears contained a specific biochemical signature. The prolactin of his loneliness, the cortisol marker of his fear, and the enkephalin his body was producing just to keep him alive through the worst days of his life. David did not have a microscope and he did not know chemistry. But somehow he knew that his tears were specific, that they carried something irreplaceable, and that they were not just water leaving his eyes. They were him, being processed out of himself, and he asked God to keep them. Now turn to Revelation 21. At the very end of the Bible, John describes what happens at the end of all things, and God will wipe away every tear from their eyes. Read that with the science in mind. The act of wiping a tear is not just symbolic. It is the removal of a chemical document. God is saying every prolactin signature of loneliness, every cortisol marker of fear, and every enkephalin produced because you were in agony. I have collected them all. I've kept them. I know each of them. And in the end, I will personally wipe each one away. This is not metaphor. When read precisely, this is a description of God interacting with the literal biochemistry of human suffering, holding it, knowing it, and eventually removing it. The Bible knew, 3,000 years before science discovered it, that tears are something much more than water, that every tear carries a piece of the person who shed it, and that every tear is worth saving. So here is what this means for you. The next time you cry, really cry, not from onions, but from grief, from love, or from being overwhelmed by life. Understand what your body is actually doing. It is releasing a substance specifically engineered to carry what you are feeling out of you. A molecular signature of the moment that will never be repeated. That tear is not generic. It is you, in chemical form, leaving your body so the rest of you can survive. And the one who promised to collect every drop is not far, and he is not metaphorical. He has known the exact chemistry of every grief you have ever carried, and he has lost none of it. You are not alone in your tears. You have never been alone in your tears. Stop apologizing for crying. Stop calling it weakness. And stop telling yourself it does not matter. You are not breaking down. You are broadcasting the most precise signal your body knows how to make. And there is one who has been receiving every transmission. You are not unseen. You are not unheard. You are being collected, drop by drop, by the only one who has the chemistry to understand what each one means. And the day will come when every signature of every pain will be wiped away. Not erased, but acknowledged, held, and then released. Until then, cry without shame. Cry as a sacred broadcast. Cry as the most ancient prayer your body knows how to make, because every single tear is being kept. If this shifted how you see reality, consider subscribing to the channel as we continue to explore the space where science and the sacred meet. And remember, it was promised directly to you.